Okay, this is Will and Bella. It is a Monday, the 17th of June, and we haven't done a podcast for a couple of months. Last time I did one with Zoe, our daughter. That was very nice, and it's been several weeks since then, so it's been a while. It's the middle of summer. It's really nice, and we're going to talk about how great our house is and why Bella keeps talking about wanting to move out of it. Honey?
Our house is great, honey. But anybody who knows us, who's been in our house, knows that it is like 3 houses in one. It is huge. And we're getting old. There's 15 steps to go upstairs.
Basically, what happened was we bought this huge old house. We killed ourselves making it really nice so that every room is like really cool and great. And just as that process is like reaching perfection, Bella's like, we got to move into like a 1-story ranch.
Well, we're getting older, honey. You have
You know what I did today? I ran around the track twice.
You can barely get up the stairs. You are an old...
That is such an absurd exaggeration.
You are an old dude, which is why I was looking at that wonderful blue house down the street. 1 story, 1 floor.
Yeah, Bella was like creeping around the house. Some guys in there like, should I call 911?
I had to go by today and apologize because I felt kind of bad. I think there must have been 2 different guys there because the guy that kind of yelled at us, or maybe not yelled at us, but said something to us, was an older dude. And the guy that I just saw without a shirt on is not an older dude.
Yeah, as you made sure to confirm.
But I feel like our house is just we're getting too old to be climbing up 15 steps to our bedroom.
No, we're not. My mom can climb those steps, and she could do it every single day, 2 or 3 times a day, and she's 82. And she's had a hip replacement.
Which you're going to need if you're going to stay in this house.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I ran twice around the track today.
And every night you come home and ice your hip.
Yeah, because I'm healing it.
Yeah.
I am. It's called healing it.
Yeah, well, Pepper is healing better than you are.
So anyway, I don't know. It's this weird obsession. I kind of wonder whether it's like you think it'll change, like your Alzheimer's will disappear if we move into another house or something.
No, don't be ridiculous. What do you think? I'm senile? I'm a lot of things. I'm nutty, I'm crazy, I'm a little impulsive, but I'm not stupid. I know very well that Alzheimer's has nothing to do with this.
But maybe it's something, you seem to have this like concern for me. I think it is emphasized or like magnified by the Alzheimer's. Like you're worried that I'm going to not be able to cope, in the future with all the responsibilities or whatever.
No, I'm being practical. We're elderly people. I'm 61 years old. You're close to 61 years old. And
not that close, actually.
And we only have 1 child left in the home, and she's an adult. The house, we have a library that's as big as most people's, living rooms. We have a living room as big as the library. We have a dining room that's even bigger than those 2 things. And it's just like the house is just too big for 2 elderly people.
I like it. And we're not elderly.
And I love this house, but I'm also pretty, I have a sense of what can and cannot be done. The house is beautiful. It was built in 1858. It's a really nice house and older than dirt.
The irony is that now that you're home all the time, the house is actually in better shape, and the outside, the landscaping or the gardens, the flowers, the bushes, all that's in like way better shape than it pretty much ever has been because you're here to tend to it.
But there are 15...
You don't know what to say. You're like,
Yes,
oh,
no.
wait.
There are 15 steps you have to go upstairs to get to our bedroom, which is huge.
Do you know there's 15 or are you just estimating?
No, I've counted them.
That's not very many steps.
Yeah, it is. If you don't count the first one or the top one, because those aren't stairs. There's 15 steps.
Well, okay.
There's 15
whatever.
steps. And thank God I put rug things on them, or you probably would have fallen down more times than you did.
Okay.
How many times did you fall down those stairs?
Just once, badly.
Exactly. And that's when you were young and healthy. I mean, Jesus Christ, we can't, oops, sorry for swearing. We can't.
Yeah, you should be.
We can't stay in a house that's dangerous. I mean,
It's not dangerous. Oh my God. All right, let's move on to something else because this subject's going nowhere.
well,
How about travel?
travel.
Yeah, like recently, Zoe, Tim, and I went somewhere, and you were here. Where did we go?
You went to Ginger's for
Oh
Memorial
yeah,
Day.
we went down to Ginny's for Memorial Day,
And I stayed
and you were
home
here
by
by
myself.
yourself. And how did that go?
It wasn't the best. Though I did like it when your mom was here.
So it is kind of hard for you to be by yourself here, but that has nothing to do with the house. That's just about being by yourself.
Well, I don't mind being by myself. I just don't want it to be advertised so when people know you're gone and I'm here by myself, I could be in some sort of danger.
Oh, but our watchdog bunny will attack.
Or what? Oh, Beans would too. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if Pepper would, but Beans would.
Yeah. So beware.
Yeah, we have a great I don't know what you'd call it.
Watch bunny.
Watch bunny.
Bunnicula.
Yeah, he's great. He will take you down in a heartbeat. Pepper, if you have a cookie, forget it. She'll just be right there like your best bud. But anybody messes with me when Beans is around, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. How have you been feeling recently as far as the everyday experience, the Alzheimer's experience? Because I've been feeling pretty good about it. I've been feeling like, well, I guess I've kind of, I don't know, like accepted it. And I'm not feeling sad about it. I'm like feeling happy about us and where
so
we're at.
funny.
And,
It's so funny because I was just talking to Ginny earlier.
yeah.
And I had come up with this big plan, and I saw it on a commercial, and I thought it was brilliant. And that is that when things start to get bad, that you get either a girlfriend or another wife, and the wife will take care of me, and you will have someone to be with. So I was telling Ginny that that's my
Be,
plan.
in quotes, to be with. I mean, what exactly do you mean by that?
Well, okay.
First of all, the whole concept is not going to happen. But
No, really, think
wait,
about it.
don't go away like that.
When it gets bad and I get totally mental and crazy and I can't like do basic things like brush my teeth, you're not going to be doing that sort of thing. You're going to have a help wife.
Yeah,
So the help
a slave, basically.
No, a help wife. She will take over where I can't because I will be mental.
Yeah.
So if you have a girlfriend or a helpmate that happens to live with you, well, she's taking care of me. I think that's a good plan. I saw that in a commercial and it was really smart.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure anyone's going to really want to volunteer for that position. But anyway.
I smell banana.
See, yeah, I just ate a banana.
Oh, okay.
And there's a peel right there. But that kind of goes with you being concerned about me in the future. I feel like this is part of a pattern.
Of course.
Like this is something that's really on your mind. You're worried how things are going to go for me. But I just want you to know that I'm really happy, and I'm not, pretending.
No, I know, but you're getting older. You're not going to be able. I mean, if you stay in this house, you're going to hurt yourself. If you don't have someone to help you, you'll be stuck in a bad place.
I don't think so. I think you're worried that you get ideas, and you're like thinking about the worst possible scenario, but it's like, I'm pretty healthy. I'm in good shape.
I know, but I don't want you in the bathroom with me, but a woman who you were connected to could be.
Oh, you mean caring for you in a way that you feel embarrassed about? But if you're to that point, you're not going to notice anyway.
I will notice it from hell or heaven, wherever I happen to be. I will notice it, and I'll be like, I'm coming for you. I just feel like we should not, we should have all our bases covered.
Well, I'm going to work on that when the time comes or when it's approaching.
Well, I have a couple people in mind.
Well, I don't mean that way. I'm not recruiting a wife. I'm going to recruit now. Yeah, Jesus. I know. I mean, there's programs. There's like programs to help, and you can get, Medicare and I don't know, whatever.
I don't know either, but I know that I don't want you being stuck with a mental demented wife.
That's the way it is, maybe. We'll see. But that might be just the way it is. And that's okay.
Yeah. Not okay for you. I feel bad for you.
I know that's on your mind. But I don't want that to ruin your happiness now, because there's no, who knows? Maybe I'll get in a car accident tomorrow and die.
Oh my God. Can you say anything worse that I would not want to hear? At least I have my bunny and my dog.
Yeah. The point is, we're enjoying ourselves right now. I mean, it's easy to get bummed out about this if you start thinking about the future. It is very easy.
Well,
I've done it, but it's also not very helpful. I mean,
no, I know it's true though, because we could be in a car accident tomorrow.
Right. It could happen. It's not good. Probably not going to.
We could get hit by lightning. Boy, if the house got hit by lightning, like the house across the street, we could have a whole new house built. But this
I've never checked whether we have a lightning rod.
We don't. We don't have a lightning rod. But this house is so old and so hardened. It's like marbleized. There's no taking it out.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, the house was built with hardwood yellow oak that are 1.5 inches thick. That stuff doesn't burn.
Maybe. Well, let's not test it.
No.
So, yeah. So I guess that kind of gets to what I was, driving at. What? You're worried about me and how I'm going to have to deal with things, as things get worse.
Would not be the case if the situation were different and it was on the other foot?
I'm sure I would be. Worried about that, or not happy about that, or not feeling good that you had to deal with all that.
I wouldn't mind it.
We'll see. And I don't mind it.
Yeah, but I would have you at my mercy.
And I have you at my mercy.
No.
I do, a lot more than I used to.
It's true. I'm an easier going person than I ever was before.
Now, do you know that? I mean, do you notice that? Do you think about it? Or do you just know that because I've told you that?
No, I know that because I'm me. I mean, I know who I am.
Oh, so you have a capacity to compare your current self with your former self?
Absolutely. 100%.
That's interesting.
One thing that has never changed, though, because I analyze this myself all the time, is that my affection for my animals just gets stronger.
Well, a lot of things get stronger. I mean, there's no doubt.
That's a real one, though. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I'm
no doubt
obsessed about them now.
no doubt. So you're aware of that too.
Yeah.
That you're like, even though you liked your pets a lot before, it's like become this sort of all-encompassing devotion.
No, I've always been a pet animal person.
Well, then you didn't let it out as much as you did. I mean, you didn't express it in the past as much
Well, I
as
just
you.
probably didn't have time because we had children I was raising and stuff.
And
But
you had a job.
And I had a job. But I have always, I mean, animals have always been my first priority. I mean, even when I was a kid, it's like I just really appreciate animals more than I do people.
Why do you think your personality has changed? The way that, like you say, you're more easygoing. You sort of like.
Well, I don't have the stress.
If I tell you,
just the stress of driving 2 hours a day to and from work, and even longer sometimes at night, that was really stressful. And I did that for like 12 years or more.
that's a good point.
And
You don't, yeah. I mean,
I would on the nights that it was dark, which were often, I would have my windows wide open, the music on, and I'd be beeping the horn all the way.
yeah.
So so all animals would know not to come near the road because the thought of me killing an animal would kill me.
Yeah, that's a bit extreme.
I know, but it's true. It's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe that's it. But you don't think so? You don't think it's the Alzheimer's has changed your personality?
No, I think I have definitely a changed personality to some extent. For one thing, I'm not as bossy as I used to be.
Right.
I see you nodding your head like I used to be bossy.
Do you want me to deny it?
Oh, I was pretty bossy. I'm not bossy so much anymore.
And you know that. You just know that. You can see that in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the stresses that I used to have. I mean, I can, my day exists with me getting up, having coffee, and then driving my dog for an hour or two in the mountains, feeding her treats so she can bark her head off.
Yeah. No, I know. But you're content, with things to kind of let things slide, to kind of go with the flow, et cetera, et cetera.
Like I don't clean
all
the way I
those
used to?
cliches. Exactly. That's one thing.
Clean.
Oh yeah, you clean a lot. You do a lot. Like I said, the house and the yard is in better shape than ever. But there are things. I mean, you would just not put up with stuff in the past, where now you'll kind of put up with stuff.
Is that why you leave peanut butter and honey smudges all over the house?
It's not why.
It's because you can get away with it.
Well, no, yeah.
Man, you do. I find it all the time.
That's an exaggeration.
You have your little fingerprints, honey prints, peanut butter prints everywhere. Actually,
But see, you like find that funny now. In the past, you'd like not be so amused.
I just don't care anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
You
because
don't.
because I'm dying. So I figured,
So it's like all in perspective.
yeah, it's like, who cares if you have honey all over the freaking countertop and I put something on it and it picks it up? I mean, who cares? But no, I don't. I mean, not working is different too. That's like a really big change. I've never not worked. And remember how depressed I would get when it was summer break?
Yeah, I mean that's different. You used to hate not working.
I know.
Now you don't hate it. I mean, I'm not saying you always like it, but you don't hate it the way you're not like bummed out at it.
No, because I know that there's no way I can work. Who's going to hire me? I'm mental.
It's an obstacle.
It is. It's an obstacle.
It's kind of a big obstacle.
Oh, here, pick me. Oh, what were you saying again?
Yeah.
No, I know there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to change it unless they come up with a cure for Alzheimer's before, I die, which is not going to happen. So I have my plants, I have my animals, I keep the house neat and orderly, I cook constantly, I grocery shop, and sometimes I spend too much money.
I think you're taking the whole thing incredibly well. I mean, not sinking into depression, I think would be hard under your circumstances. I'm really impressed the
Well,
way.
I have a great husband, and I have nothing to complain about with him. And I have a wonderful bunny and an amazing dog. I couldn't ask for more than that. And I have great kids. I mean, they don't break the law.
Yeah, there's the standard. They've met the standard.
I mean,
Okay, that's the way we raised our kids.
no, I don't mean it like that way. I mean, they're law abiding citizens. They do really well. I mean, they've managed to sort of launch themselves into good places. Ginny called me today.
I know.
Oh, how did you know?
You told me.
Oh,
That's so nice.
yeah. She just
She's a
wanted to
great
check
kid.
on me. I got a picture to show you too because, Gustav has a girlfriend.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's really funny. I should have talked to her more about it because that book I used to read to the kids about the big cat that had one ear missing, was like a cat fighter. Prowlpuss. And in the tree was the little white cat
the
kitty.
the princess.
I love that book.
It was a great book. I loved it too. We still have it somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's hard I can't get rid of children's books. But and then the old lady, she'd be like, Prowlpuss.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was.
I love that story. I love so many of those children's books, which is why I can't get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I've given away to Sophia, but some of them I just find to be just really touching.
Yeah. Well, are we done? What do you think?
I think we're done.
All right.